And yeah, and I mean his average times are usually in the 2 to 2.5 range, but you know, no, I mean I wouldn't say like he's obviously not a top runner, but he's no slouch. So if Hazukitty really has improved, this could be a very, very good matchup. And we are underway. And we get a nice little piece of heart from the first chest here after a uncle dropping us some. I guess you could call them like movie spoilers, kind of like maybe.
Yeah.
Alright, so all these runners, it's so the mode we're playing in this tournament is called Standard with randomized swords. Is it called? Randomized swords. Where we're not gonna get a sword from Uncle. We're gonna get a random offensive weapon. I mean, it might be a sword, but we get this is the hard one. 10 bombs.
This is going to be tricky for our runners, but it is something that we kind of made them aware of, so hopefully they've been practicing their bomb strats.
Yeah, and getting those 3 bombs in the next chest, not really helping them because their max capacity is 10. So, all right, so these 10 bombs, you have to be very precise. There is 3 enemies you have to kill that you're required to kill in here, at least with the weapon you're dealt. The first one will be the blue guard in the first chest downstairs. That guards the first chest. The second one's the blue guard in the second room where the boomerang would be. And the third one is the elusive little rat or mouse in the sewers.
Yeah, that rat can be one of the trickier ones because the guards, you can kind of like bait them into a position and knock them out that way. But yeah, the rat is a little bit of a tricky one. You've got to catch him.
So let's see how Centroid does this bomb trick. And the blue guards need 2 bombs to go down, but gets it done nicely. Hopefully gets a weapon here. That'd be nice. No, he just gets a small key. So one slight upsides, if you happen to run out of bombs and you're thus quote-unquote soft-locked, depending on where you decide to save and quit, you can just go back and start over afresh with a fresh new set of bombs. Hazukitty only wastes... alright. Try to get his room, but looks like she's gonna get it here. Centroid missed the bomb in this room as well. And find a mirror, so actually that's going to help if these runners know. With the mirror in Escape, once you rescue Zelda, you can use the mirror to go right back to the start and not have to go make the usual escape route that you would in NMG.
It is kind of a dream item to get in the escape sequence because it will cut out a lot of time.
Yeah, even more time than, say, the boots would save. And this guard is easy because there's 3 pots here. The guards can go down 2 pots. So you don't have to worry about wasting bombs on this guy. However, you gotta be careful when you're down to just your last thing here. Hazukitty is down to 2 bombs. Has to get 1 more hit on the blue guard. That looks like it's gonna be good though. So she'll be good to get to Zelda Cell. So Zelda Cell's one of the places where if you save and quit, you'll start from there with a fresh new set of bombs. Centroid does realize, oh wait, I have the mirror. We don't have to do this. So actually, if I was Hazukitty, I would probably save and quit after Zelda here, just to get a refresh of bombs to make sure you don't screw up in the dark maze.
That is true. It's a good point.
Of course, she might not know that, but we'll see. A bomb capacity upgrade is always nice. And seeing these runners go through here with bombs is making me think I do not want to do this with bombs ever.
Yeah. I would say out of all the things you can get from the uncle there. The bombs seem like the least useful thing, only coming in handy maybe at the end of the escape here. But I think it's always nicer to get like a progression item, so your hammer or your cane of Samaria or a bow.
Yeah, bombs and cane of burn are not only the toughest ones to use, but they're also the most useless in terms of how far they'll get you in the game. Bombs are everywhere in the game, and cane of burn only opens up one item logically. Centroid41 was last bomb here, trying to get this rat, and does not get it. He's got to go back to start. That's not going to be enough. You got to save and quit. He's just going to die. That works too. So here's what happens when you save and quit. So you're back in the throne room. Oh, we got 3 bombs back. Okay, so not the full 10, but we got 3 more, so we have 3 more chances to get this rat. But at least you're back in the throne room, so you don't have to worry about jumping, climbing up any more ladders. But now, we got ourselves a little closer race across that.
Yeah, it really feels like bombs might be the hardest to practice when it comes to getting it right every single time. Some of the items that you're given from the uncle, you can kind of figure out how to use fairly quickly, but bomb strats are not easy, so it's understandable that we might have our runners running into a little bit of trouble here.
Yeah, that's what Hazukitty's doing. She's going to try to, if it's convenient, try to kill these enemies with pots to try to get a bomb drop from them. Alright, Centroid back to the rat room. Nope, the rat went up. Ooh, got it that time. Nice.
Nice.
One bomb left. We're going to use it to get access to the 3 chests here. So we don't have to come back once we find glove. Hazukitty's now in the rat room. Let's see if she can take this out with her 1 bomb she has left. She's got in the corner. Looks good. Got it. First try.
Nice.
Since we're gonna kill a few rats trying to get some more bomb drops probably. Hazukitty's not going to be able to come back for those 3 chests right away, but there was nothing of much relevance there anyway. So both our runners are close now, despite the hiccup that Hazu had early on. Because Centroid took that ran out of bombs, we now have pretty close, and we have 3 crystals in the light world. There is a red crystal at desert. Go be a hero. That's good advice.
And as we're just getting underway here, just quick shout out to our tracker Carissa, who is taking care of the tracking behind the scenes for us. So thank you to her for stepping in here.
Yeah, Centroid getting some bombs from the tree pole, so that's going to help farm out Kakariko, make it easier. And full magic from the bush grabs, that's definitely going to help in the long run. If you ever need magic, you know where to get one. And ooh, a sword behind the lumberjacks. That's always a little tease. It makes you think. First of all, that's probably not going to be necessary. You never know. But if you have to kill Aga, you might go grab that.
Yeah, definitely. We gotta hope that the other sword upgrades are easier to find, because that would be a big time sink to try and grab that one.
Yeah, the good news is that can never be your first sword. Because it's blocked by Aghanim, Aghanim is blocked by at least 1 sword, so that will never be your first sword. There's your first sword.
Alright, that'll work.
And that also gives them an offensive weapon to use for the rest of the game, at least, so they don't have to, have to use bombs anymore. It's just like open mode. This seems more like open mode, where you just had to struggle through a forced escape without a weapon.
So Centroid's going to be heading into Kakariko here. There are a great number of chests here. I think we're looking at about 11 that we can access at this point. So definitely going to something of value here, I'm sure.
We're guaranteed to have 13 with the 5 chests in
13.
blind, the 5 chests here, the 5 chests in the well, the 1 chest in the chicken coop, the 1 chest in back of tavern, and if we get to the 100 rupees, the bottle vendor. And if we find a bottle, then we have the sick kid as well.
Perfect. I can't count.
And you
Moon
find a
Pearl, all right.
Moon Pearl, one of the items always required to beat the game because you can't do much of the Dark World without it. Hazu jumping into the well first before going to blinds. Does she have a bomb? No, she does not, so she has to try to find a bomb in these first 4 chests. That was a sank card. There's your single arrow. There's your book. And there's half magic behind the bomb. So will either of these runners go up and check the pedestal now? They have to book this early. I think Hazu is. Yeah, she's going.
Yeah, I mean, that piece of knowledge is very important if you're thinking about how you're going to start rooting out pendant dungeons at this point. So if it is in fact a pedestal seed, you're definitely going to want to know that.
Yeah, but because the 3 excuse me, the 3 pendants are going to be in the Dark World, the likelihood that it's going to be pedestal is kind of low at this moment, but hey, you never know. Stranger things have happened.
That is a good point.
Alright, what are we going to see on the pedestal? We see a red bottle. So, that's not necessary unless, for some reason, that will lead to the sick kid having something in the other 3 bottles of Gannis Tower.
That would be a very strange set of events to have that happen.
Yeah. So, it still could be the pedestal seed, guys, until we find a bottle. Then it's confirmed not. Oh, she's gonna farm rupees here. And the good thing is, because she's farming these rupees, she's gonna be able to buy the thing for the bottle vendor, which is actually 3 bombs, which is what she needs. Maybe she just forgot she did that already, and now she's gonna go to blind, and yeah, that's probably what she's doing. She's still looking for bombs, though.
Meanwhile, we've got Centroid checking out the South Shore area. I was going to check out the dam, whatever the waterlogged item might be. Mini Moldorm Cave, might see Ice Broad Cave as well.
And because we have the mirror, you can just glitch this block out of the way and get through this in one go. There's more money in the dam. We're gonna grab that. Now we have enough money to go to Zora. So Hazukitty's probably gonna go down to shop. Yeah, she's gonna buy bombs here. This will let her get the rest of the bomb block locations in Kakariko.
And here we go with the Mini Moldorm Cave.
There's 5 items in here, and once you get these mini Moldorms out of the way.
Hazukitty going back into the well here, gonna grab the half magic.
Gloves and flippers in Mini Moldorm Cave. And a fire rod.
There's a pretty nice collection of items there.
That's a hype cave proxy, I would say.
Yeah, definitely.
now it looks like instead of heading over to Ice Rod Cave, he's going to head probably over towards... And this actually makes a little bit of sense. He's going to head over towards Desert. He can now complete Desert as long as the big key is not on the torch, or the small key that leads to the big key.
Yeah, definitely. So given the items that we've been given so far, it's not a bad play at all. We've also got Agina's Cave as well, which is kind of an out-of-the-way location, but looping it in with some of this Desert Palace stuff, not a bad idea.
Especially if we're able to complete Desert Palace, which, like I said, again, it'll be completable as long as there isn't a key on that torch. So farming some rubies here. I think Hazu got her numbers mixed up. She went to the bottle vendor with 80, but 80 is the digging game. 100 is for the bottle vendor. With that arrow upgrade in the first chest, we can now confirm boots are required to beat Desert. Because that is the... there's an item in the first chest, there's always a small key on the torch in that case.
So Centroid didn't check the Desert Ledge on his way up into Desert Palace, so probably doing that now.
Yeah, to Desert Ledge and probably head over to Gina's Cave and go from there. Desert Ledge is what it is in the vanilla game, a piece of art. Centroid now heading over towards Agina's Cave.
Just a big 20, unfortunately.
Yeah, so there's only a few places left in the logic for Centroid to go to. We have Ice Rod Cave, which he hasn't been to yet, and we also have Sahasra's hut in the back, and we have Eastern Palace, the first few chests. Everything with the last chest. But although, because we know the lamp, there's actually one other chest we can't get yet. And the lamp is what's stopping us from going up to Death Mountain right now, because we already have the Power Glove. We also have the Flipper, so we can check the Flipper locations.
And with the money that we have in hand, might not be a bad idea to loop in some Zora stuff at this time as well.
Yeah, so we can check the Hobo, and then we go to Waterfall, and we can get everything at the Zora area. So that's another 4 more items up there. And Hazukitty's gonna grab the bug net at the race game. Taking your time to grab the bug net is actually worth it if you are not 100% comfortable with your combat and you want to grab a few safety fairies for bosses, so no shame in that at all.
So Hazu is going to be checking the South Shore area out as well.
And Centroid is now going up to the waterfall in the Zora area. Nothing too good in the waterfall. Let's see what Zora has to scam us with and what's on his ledge.
I have a feeling we're going to run into the hammer next and get our Dark World access that way.
The hammer and the mitts will give us Dark World access. One of the two. Blue Mail, I think he will go out of his way to get that. I would.
Yeah, that's not too much of a time sink.
Zora's scam today will be... Ooh, it's not a scam, it's actually Ether.
That could come in handy.
4 out of 9 chance that it's not a scam, I should say. And yes, Centroid will go pick that blue mail up. I do not blame him. I would grab the blue mail too, get that defense going. Hazu's now going to enter, takes care of Mini Moldorm Cave, no problem. Now he's going to get all these great items that are hanging out in here.
So Centroid is probably heading over to Eastern now. Sahasrah's hut with 3 items there, and the first couple chests in Eastern Palace.
And I think logically that's it. That's the last 2 things we can do.
Pretty much, yeah.
So we're going to find something here that gets to the Dark World, I would hope. Well, there's the bottle in red, so pedestal 100% confirmed, not required. And we get the information that the green pendant is Skull Woods.
So our progression lies here in Eastern Palace. It's got to be something either to get us up to Death Mountain or into the Dark Worlds.
Well, there is one other thing now. Sick Kid is now open.
Ah, yes, right. We're looking for lamp, hammer, mitts, flute.
Centroid forget to grab the first chest. That's oh yeah, that's exactly what he forgot. Wait a minute, I'm not playing an MG. What's going on here? That's what happens when the NMG tournament in the rain. Oh, there's your hammer.
Nice.
Yeah, that's what happens when NMG and Rando are done at the same time. People that play both are gonna probably open map chests in NMG and probably skip some chests in Rando. So go finish off what's hanging out here in Eastern. I mean, if we somehow find a bow, we could just complete it.
So, Hazu also paying Zora off there, picking up the Ether Medallion.
And she's also going to grab this blue mail. No surprise there. When I say NMG, I mean no major glitches, which is basically when you speedrun the game normally. No exploration glitches, nothing too crazy. And that tournament's going on alongside our tournament here on Speed Gaming.
So only one more chest in the logic here at this point, the big chest.
We're getting to the big key chest without the lamp. This is what I consider the easiest dark rooms in the game. It's not too hard to learn because there's a lot of pots to guide you, and you have the sword to light your way a little bit. So Centroid's going to go for it.
Yeah, it's a pretty good call.
Yeah, Hazu's going to go over to Ice Rod Cave, which is something that Centroid skipped. Centroid's having no problem with the dark room, so yeah, very easily done.
Just a little bit of love in the ice rod cave there.
Ooh, Vamos from the pod dark room. Sorry, the eastern dark room. But now we have Dark World access, so it looks like Centroid's going to head over to the Dark World. Hazu now probably has to go over to eastern. That's all she has left as well.
So Centroid will probably be checking out Hype Cave here.
And here's our check. Turtle Rock is a pendant, Ice Palace is a pendant, and the other red crystal is Steve's Town. And of course, we already knew the green pendant was Skullwoods. Those two dungeons, Ice Palace and Turtle Rock, those are the ones I'm most happy to see that are pendant dungeons, because I do not want to complete those two.
Yeah, right? Seriously.
So Hazu's gonna go up Death Mountain without the lamp. Let's see if she knows how to do this. Looks like she's doing a good job of it. Centroid's in Hype Cave, found a shield upgrade from the generous guy. But other than that, not too great. We already had our own Hype Cave though, a mini Molar Cave. Well, Hazukitty got to the old man right away. I'm impressed with that. How she's doing this. I have not learned this yet, personally.
Yeah, and it's very clean too. Like she knows what she's doing, so that's pretty awesome.
Yeah, she got it first try. Now I gotta do that now. I mean, it's something. It's the one trick that is pretty common among most players that I haven't personally done yet. So, all right, write this down. Learn Old Man Dark Room. Because I'm personally a guy that doesn't like the logic break. So.
Right. Yeah. So this will give us kind of an interesting look at what is up here on Death Mountain. Seeing as it is a sequence break, I'm trying to figure out if it finds anything here, how it fits into the puzzle.
Yes, you can complete Hera up here. Meanwhile, Centroid doing the rest of the Dark World spots, checking out the southern cave here and finding just 50 rupees, not picking that up. Another vanilla piece of heart there at the top Spectacle Rock. Ooh, and the magic powder inside Spectacle Rock, and I'm pretty sure she's gonna go grab that. She wants those fairies. She grabbed the bug net for a reason. Centroid's digging game.
Really making him work for it there. Just for 20 rupees.
Yeah, one thing I also forgot to mention, talking about the powder, it might lead to progression. It is a fetch quest item, as long as being probably the best safety item in the game. Centroid, you can't go up that way. You have to mirror out and use the port. Pretend there's energy now. Just don't activate your flute because you don't have it yet. Yeah, we're gonna get our sick kid check now. Ooh, Hazu almost talked to the guy that talks forever. Sick kid giving you, I guess it was Baron Trump. He had 300 rupees. That's a pretty rich kid. Hazu gonna check what's on Ether. We're not gonna be able to get it yet, but we can read the pedestal text. And it's just Couch Smash. Move right along. Will Centroid check pedestal while he's on up here? No, just gonna go straight to the Dark World. Hazukitty checked it already for us, and it's actually a bottle with red potion.
Looks like Centroid's gonna go for Village of Outcasts first.
Hazu is in Hera now. Again, we should not be in Hera at this point, unless the lamp is somewhere easily accessible that we just missed.
So far, this little dark world adventure that Centroid's been taking us on, haven't really come across too much.
No, the blue boomerang's, like, it's okay, but
Yeah.
not needed. Well, we don't have to worry about any more pendants anymore. We have all three. Not pendants, medallions. What am I saying?
That's always a relief. It makes you not worry about checking out where the mire area, because it's one of our crystals that we have to check out eventually. You can go in there just whenever you're able to, and will not run into any problems.
Yeah, if for instance, there's a seed that gives us flute for go mode, well, it will actually give us go mode. No need to check mire before checking anything else.
Yeah, right, totally. So Hazukitty taking on Moldorm here.
Everyone's favorite thinking emote. It's gonna be 6 spins or slashes. She does not have the hammer yet from Eastern, so she can't bust that out. Oh, and there's one.
Moldorm gonna get ya.
Alright, this is better than dying, so there's that. There's 3 hits on Moldorm. There's 4. There's 5. Now time for Hyperphase. Oh, Hyperphase got her.
All right, hopefully third time's the charm. Centroid getting through that terrible hallway there pretty easily. Just took 1 hit of damage. That's not bad.
Yeah, we didn't find much in the first half of Thieves Town. We're now entering the second half here. Oh, and Hazu was on the middle hole. That's going to get into force.
So Centroid's still not picking up too much value here in Thieves Town, but heading down into the basement to pick up the Maiden and a couple of chests down there as well. Hopefully something will be there for him.
Shovel. Is that kind of something? We'll find out soon.
Yeah, maybe.
Come on, Hazu, you got this. Yeah, there it is.
Nice.
And it's the ice rod.
Ooh.
Not necessary because Turtle Rock's a pendant, but we can freeze enemies now.
And that is our first crystal on the board for either runner, so nice work.
No. So she has the hammer, she is done up here. Centroid's entering the blind fight. Gardeners like to spring into action. If you're in the Midwest right now, you can look outside at the beautiful spring weather of like 12 inches of snow. And if you're in the Northeast like I am, and you had 80-degree temperatures yesterday and 40-degree temperatures now, you're like, yeah. Centroid with a very nice blind fight.
Yeah, very nice.
It's our first crystal on his side, 35, almost 36 minutes in. Hazu's now going to get her piece of heart and red potion, and she's probably going to head over to Eastern. She'll get her hammer, and then she'll oh, she did not go to Eastern.
It's not too many places that Hazu can go, but looks like she's heading for the desert, which is an area that she has not explored yet.
Yeah, she's probably thinking, you know, I can go into desert. I can't, like, in her mind, if she doesn't know this yet, she's thinking she can complete desert with Fire Rod and Book, but she's going to need the boots at some point.
And I mean, when you don't have the bow, like, you're want to go into Eastern Palace kind of decreases a little bit.
Yeah, it's never fun to go into Eastern Palace early, even though most of the time it's probably the right play. Okay, since we're going to go check the infamous graveyard ledge here. Oh, V29, I think has I've seen a lot of good items in here, let's just say.
So have I, yeah.
And how about their sword upgrade?
Yeah, I'll take it.
Now we know we don't need to kill Aga for that sword that's at the Lumberjacks now. I mean, I probably still would because I don't do Master Sword. But, you know. Like, if you had a choice to do Master Sword Silverless or mirror out and kill Agnes to grab that Tempered Sword, what would you do?
Ooh. Master Sword Silverless is such a brutal fight. I'd probably try and tough that one out, but
yeah.
I mean,
if you fall once, it's kind of screws you over.
Yeah.
That maybe it would have been better off to kill Aghanim just for that sword upgrade. But hopefully we find a third sword upgrade that we will 100% not need to worry about Aghanim.
So Centroid going to check the bumper cave here.
$20 is not something we're coming back for, so we don't need the magic cape anymore. And we're now going to go into Skull Woods, which it is a green pendant, but it is fully completable.
And really, I mean, given what we have item-wise, unless you're looking to dip into pod without the bow and hoping that it's not bow-locked, this is not a bad play at all.
No. There's 2 chests here. If we kill Mathu, we can turn in the green pendant for an item for Sashal as well.
that red beetle making Centroid's life a little bit difficult there.
Red beetles are very annoying. Sorties give those so much hit points. Hazukitty comes to the realization that we can't do anything else here without that small key on the torch, so we gotta go somewhere else. I see a bomb jump here from Centroid to get to this big chest, or are we gonna go the other side?
Just a big 20 from the big chest, unfortunately.
This is our first item in Skullwood, so there's one more hanging out somewhere in the backside. Phrasing.
Well, this play makes sense from Hazu here. Having not enough bombs, going through a sequence there, checking out what's behind the wall here in the sewers.
Yeah, this is definitely something that good heads up play. I'm not going to pay off. There's nothing in here, but good heads up play on Hazu's part to remember that. Yeah, grab some stuff in here. And we're still missing an item, so Centroid's going to go back and going to go kill that annoying moth.
Hazu might be going for a sick kid at this point. Take a little detour there to reset the guards, it looked like.
So we're going to check his pedestal before going in. We're going to find out that, yeah, we're not going to need this.
All right, so now Hazu has nothing else left to check. Gotta head towards Eastern Palace at this point.
Yeah, she checked even stuff that isn't in the logic at this point, so yeah. I think Eastern's the last play for her to make. She can't even do Aga in the logic or at all. So yeah. By the way, having half magic in Skullwoods is such a great benefit. Just look what we did in this room with half magic.
Yeah, definitely. And for the Mothula fight itself, with only a Master Sword, you want to be making maximum usage out of the Fire Rod there.
Time for the Mothula final Centroid side. Having a Fire Rod's gonna help a lot because you can get away from those spikes. And just Fire Rod it down, it takes like 8 hits with the Fire Rod. And it that's the one weapon that ignores the spikes. Hazukitty gets the hammer and leaves immediately, goes right to the Dark World for that.
Wow.
I mean, it is the right play.
It is.
Oh, Mothula has the boots!
Wow.
And that's 100 fires, so very nice pickup for Centroid. So oddly enough, the first thing Hazukitty's gonna do to hammer is do the rest of the Death Mountain.
So continuing with the sequence break here, interesting.
Yeah, not going to the Dark World just yet. And now we have boots. We can now do desert. I think that's where Centroid's going next.
Looks like it, yep.
And I think the main reason why he's doing this now is because once he defeats desert, he has access to the Pyramid Fairy already.
Yeah, that's really early for that.
So he's banking on Pyramid Fairy on progression at this point, because honestly, what else? Where else can we go?
Yeah, for Centroid, I mean, we're talking about a dip into pod, I think, at this point. That's
Swamp
about
too.
all.
Swamp without hook shot.
Oh, yeah, that's no
Pod
fun.
without bow. Yeah, both sound awful. How's it going to check Spiral Cave for us? There's the heart container from there, but now both of our runners are to 11. With Blue Mail, it's a pretty decent defense this early in the game. There's your lamp. Whoa,
Ooh,
man,
okay.
that logic. So the game wanted you to get the fire rods, go into Green Pendant, Skullwoods, just to get the lamp out of desert.
Yep, that's pretty rough.
Stealing the key might have paid off there for just the fact of getting the lamp beforehand and to do a lot of other stuff.
Yeah, that would actually been a time where it would have been a good play.
Well, it might not have been because then we might have had the boost late. Ooh, there's Titan's Mitts for Hazukitty in Paradox Cave. So that's now in the logic for Centroid. So he'll be going up there next. So that's where he'll get his Titan's Mitts if he goes there next. And I assume he will after he got the lamp in the desert.
Yeah, I would agree.
And the bow, and the hook shot.
Oh,
right
wow.
next to each other.
Paradox is loaded.
Now, if we combine both our runners together, we're only 2 things away from go mode. We need the Fleet and Samaria.
Alright, Centroid going to use some Fire Rod strats here on Lamolus.
It's a nice 2-cycle. So now Hazu can also check everything else up here while she's up here. Now, let's see if Centroid's next play is going to be Death Mountain or Pyramid Fairy.
Yeah, he's got some options.
With the Sanctuary's choice, I think it's going to be, well, first part going to be Bonk Rocks, and then it'll be probably up Death Mountain, and Death Mountain's definitely the play he needs to make, knowing what we know on Hazukitty's side of what's up here. There's your Red Cane in Hookshot Cave, so, man, this We're
turning out
gonna
to be
get
a bit of a jet seat here.
And guess what it's gonna be for Centroid, assuming he follows the logic the way Hazu is. It's gonna be what I said earlier, flute for go mode.
Flute, yeah, right.
And of course, having all three of these medallions already, we're not gonna need to bother for knowing what is in Meyer. And it's very interesting, and I'm not surprised Hazu did not make the play, but if she was in a gambling mood, she could have full cleared Turtle Rock. If it was Ether. But instead, she's going to look at her thing and say, all of this is behind the lamp. Where is this lamp?
Yeah.
I think she's now going to go to the Dark World. She hasn't been there yet.
Yeah, that's the one thing about getting so many items all at the same time. There, you're actually not sure what thing you should do first.
Yeah, that's definitely a good problem to have for Hazukitty, and it's going to be what Centroid's going to be dealt with. And to be honest, it's probably just clear all the crystal dungeons you can.
Yeah.
Especially because once Centroid's done with getting all the items, he can do Pod into Eastern. I mean, to do Hera now, obviously. Then do Pod to Eastern Swamp. That's what I would do. Just get those pendants out of the way, and then get those crystals out of the way, and then see what happens. Centroid's going to pick this powder up. Hazukitty's going to hide cave, but there's nothing much here. She already found everything she really needs.
Yeah.
She just needs to go to Skull Woods. That'll send her on her way to the rest of the game. Skull Woods had the lamp also, correct?
Desert had the lamp, right side.
Oh god, yeah, that's right. So she's got. So she might not. I mean, she might still do the dark rooms in Pod, or at least give it a shot. Maybe not. I mean, she didn't do the dark old man, so I'm not gonna play anything past her. She might be. Oh, this actually. Yeah, this is actually, from her point of view, not a bad play because she could full clear swamp. I mean, it's going to be rough on the Argus fight because you're going to be on Fighter's Sword, most likely. So we already know, unless the last sword isn't here. And now I can confirm what I thought I knew, which was Couch Cash doesn't always mean 20, it could also be 50.
Must be a big couch or something to have $50 in it. So Hazu's into new territory for us here. Centroid is visiting a dungeon that Hazu cleared earlier with her sequence break. Wasn't a whole heck of a lot here in Tower of Hera, but we don't know what's lying in swamps, so this will be kind of interesting to see.
Yeah, if Flute's in swamp, if the sword's in swamp, those are two things that are very nice. Those are actually only, or the silver arrows. That's another thing we're probably gonna be looking for here. At least to feel comfortable, because I don't know if these are comfortable with Master Sword Silverless.
Actually, I think one of Hazu's races was a Master Sword Silverless fight, and that's what kind of slowed the time down, but I wouldn't want to wish it upon either runner. It's not fun, so hopefully we find a sword upgrade or the silver arrows along the way.
Well, we know where we can find one sword upgrade.
Yeah, if worse comes to worse.
let's see if Centroid has a little easier time with Moldorm and Hazukitty. Then he has the Master Sword, which if he spins, it'll be only 3 instead of 6. There's a hammer, it'll help a little bit as well. Hammers and Master Sword spins do the same amount of damage. There's one. Trolldorm striking both our runners down.
So Hazu's going to be going left side first here. Obviously, we're still looking for quite a few items on her end, so it's a good play. I find that sometimes runners will skip left side if they're maybe one item away from go mode, but in this case, I think it's the right idea to just get it all done with now.
Yeah, she's still looking for, among other things, flute, lamp, and boots. And Centroid now has fallen 3 times. So Moldorm is really taking out these two runners. Alright, that's 4 falls for Centroid, and Hazu, I think, had 6 falls in hers.
I think so, yeah.
There we go, Centroid gets it. And gets the ice rod as well. Oh, Hazu, no! Got caught and ended up pushing the block the wrong way. That's something that I'm always scared of doing myself.
Yeah, right.
Centroid realizing that, yeah, the last item, the thing downstairs is not an item.
So now heading over to the bountiful East Death Mountain.
Yeah, all the goods are hanging out here. He's going to enter here needing bow, hookshot, Titan's mitts, red cane, and flute for go mode. He's going to leave needing flute for go mode.
Yeah,
spoiler
just stacked
alert.
over here.
Hazu, that doesn't work that well. We're gonna find out. Yeah. Centroid's just like, really? That pause, that was pretty epic. Centroid thinking to himself, this is where everything was hiding.
Totally.
Oh, just barely misses the bomb jump to get across there.
That one can be kind of tricky at times.
Yeah, that one's because there's no bonk buffer like there is in the one in Harrow or the one in Skullwoods, it can be tricky, but it definitely is one of the easier bomb jumps. It's definitely easier than one's Ice Palace, for instance.
True.
You have a little bit more margin of error there. Hazu, it's a few blocks over. You have the right idea, but it's one of the center blocks. I think she has like a guide up and she's trying to...
Now, which one is it? Yeah.
I know it's one of these moves. To be honest, I did not know any of the moves until random. Or at least that one chest was there. I did not know that until random.
Right, yeah.
There's only a big 20 in the vanilla game.
Yeah, so who checks that, right? Yeah. Okay, so Hazu's going to be skipping that chest by the waterfall for now. Hopefully it is nothing important. Looks like Centroid might give us the Spike Cave. We haven't seen this yet, so might be something.
Hey, if it's flute, we're in go mode.
Oh, just 10 arrows there. And Hazu, heading back, maybe he has figured out which of those blocks is the one that moves.
Yeah, she doesn't want to leave an item behind, and I don't blame her. I don't want to be, if there's something pretty big here. There it is. It's the big key. She's not going to go back for the big chest just yet. She's going to go kill Argus first. I think she also deduced that there's only one item left, so if Argus grabs the item, she doesn't have to go back for the big chest.
Yeah, I think that is the case, so a good thinking.
Now, Centroid's going to make the play over towards Pod, and then he'll pop Eastern while he's over here as well. Start clearing all his dungeons while he can. So if he finds a flute, he's in go mode, so he's going to just clear the dungeons. If he finds a flute, great. If not, we'll do the rest of the overall later. Let's see, Hazu, it's going to be a little hard to, you're going to have to use spins or the hammer if you want to take those puffs out. That's a Hashla check, forgot about that. Just an arrow upgrade. Oh, she's figured out. She's gonna try to spin slash, and that'll she'll realize that works. So we're making progress. Oh, nope, she's mirroring Ash. She's gonna come back later.
Yeah, you know, that's too bad, but that is also like okay. You know, all you got to do is go back and get Argus at some point.
Yeah. And Centroid's gonna finish off Eastern before heading into Pod. Which actually, I mean, if Armor's Knight has the flute, we could go about everything else, so it doesn't matter. And we'll have to check the one place anyway.
So it'll be interesting to see where Hazard goes next. I'm thinking that we'll see some Village of Outcast, Skullwoods stuff at this point.
Well, we definitely know she's gonna have to go to Skullwoods eventually.
So Centroid was already in here, and a sequence broke over to the big key chest, finding Bombos Medallion in there. So now you'll just head straight up to the Armos Knights here.
Yeah, I believe the Armor Knight does have the last item, though. We have Hammer and Bombos, so maybe there's one more required item in here?
Might be.
Very nice. Clean room there by Centroid. Let's see how he handles the Armor Knights. Let's have the quick kill. Let's see what gets done. That was impressive.
Yeah, that was real swag right there.
And there's the mirror shield. So both these runners, although they are obviously not the most polished runners, they are showing me signs of that they know what they're doing in some aspects.
Yeah, I mean, I don't even do the quick kill on the Armless Knights there, but I gotta really figure out how to do that one a little better.
I do a fast kill, not a quick kill, a fast kill. It's a little slower.
Nice.
Still fast, but not like that.
Yeah.
Alright, so the first chest was not a small key here in pod, so it is a bow locked pod. We are going to take this long way around. Hazu now diving into Thieves Town. Thieves Town didn't have much either, but again, it's a crystal, so might as well get out of the way.
So Centroid at this point is just looking for the flute for go mode. So choosing pod is a pretty good play. It has the most unique items potentially in the dungeon.
And it's actually a close second to Swamp. Swamp has 6 and Pod has 5.
That is true. But I guess maybe thinking to save Swamp Palace, if at all possible, to go mode it, which saves quite a bit of time.
Yeah, go mode in Swamp Palace is a blast.
So loading up on a bunch of small keys here, as you usually do when you go through pod, as most of the goods tend to find their way to the back of Piles of Darkness here. Looks like Centroid might be setting up for a hammer yump.
Yeah, he played a lot of Keysanity, so if you played a Keysanity tournament, you practice that a lot.
Yeah.
Saving one key for pod is a huge deal. Now in regular randomizer, it's less of a deal, but if you run an MG and you run Keysanity, that's one of the tricks you should put near the top of your list. So we're continuing to find not much here in a pod in forms of items. Getting a bunch of keys, obviously there's 6 small keys for pod.
So although he hasn't found anything yet, there are still a few items left on the table here in Palace of Darkness.
Yeah, I think there's 3 items left. We have Dark Maze and the boss. So there's 4 chests to check, and now we know that the last 3 will all have items.
Yes, indeed.
However, a bomb capacity upgrade is not what the doctor ordered. He was a fool. He wouldn't mind a sword or sulfur arrows. Red mail's not bad either.
Yeah, that's alright, I take that.
Especially if the Silverless Ganon fight is on the horizon.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, Hazukitty only has 1 sword. Centroid got a sword from the Graveyard Ledge, and we know that there was a sword on the Lumberjack's tree bag of plot. None of the swords were in chests, believe it or not. All 3 were just sitting in the open.
Have we seen that shovel be checked yet? Has anyone checked the dig spot?
No, Centroid has not been to the dig spot just yet because he routed Southern Dark World before doing the other stuff.
That's right.
So Hazu probably will check that because she has everything else to complete the quote-unquote world tour.
Yeah.
Let's see how Hazukitty handles this blind fight. Just slashing away, I like it. She has the red shield, so the red shield does help out in blocking those fireballs. Take less damage. Centroid on his Helmasaur fight looks like he's doing the textbook way. I can tell now on Centroid's side, he practices boss fights with the practice hack.
Yeah.
He might not be the smoothest around in some of the other aspects, but his boss fights have been A+.
Definitely.
Because breaking into a red potion and gets blind down. So crystal number 2 for Hazu, crystal number 3 for Centroid. And both of those dungeons did not have anything other than the red mail. That's not anything huge.
Yeah, surprisingly empty for pod there. I'm starting to wonder where this flute's going to be. Is it going to be like the one thing that just really trolls everybody here?
It's very well could. I mean, Hazukitty's going to check some things that we haven't seen yet, I believe. She's probably going to go turn in the blacksmith frog, probably check out hammer pegs. Because remember, Centroid did not have the times mitts when he did all this other stuff down here. Vanilla flute would be interesting. Hazu is going to check this on her in her routing. Yeah, Centroid's going to go straight to Swamp Palace. This will be, oh, that's right. This will be crystal. Actually, it's 5 crystals from Centroid, not 3. That's why I don't track myself anymore, because that's the one I always forget when they complete dungeons.
Yeah.
Shout out to Carissa for doing a great job, anyways, though, making sure all the items are definitely up to date. Centroid, what? Okay, just pause for a second. I missed to see what the lumberjack, not the blacksmith had. How's your name also?
I did not see it either, so hopefully we'll catch that on the live stream. Just a bit of cash from the blacksmiths there, and a little bit from the bat as well, just 5 rupees.
So we're probably not going to do the hammer picks here. Again, we know on our end that, I mean, if we find a flute, that's great, but she's going to have to go to Green Pendant Skullwoods at some point to get the boobs.
Yeah, and having picked up everything up there on East Death Mountain, it's left so much of the world open that you wouldn't think necessarily to go to Skullwoods first when you've got a lot else on the table.
Yeah, definitely. Ooh, there's your last sword.
Perfect.
I mean, alright, so here's the deal. Hazu might check Graveyard Ledge. Centroid might not check hammer pegs, so he might be stuck doing Master Sword Soloist. Hazu might end up getting the Tempered Bow. And yep, all 4 swords are just lying out in the open. Go figure.
Yeah, weird. So Hazu's going to do the digging game here, which we know is a big 20. And then after this, probably going to do Purple Chest and the checks along the south part of Dark World.
Yeah, it's good remembering that. If you have the Purple Chest, you can't do the digging game. For whatever reason, they don't really work well together. But she just might continue to do the rest of... Nope, she's going for a Purple Chest. Good call. Centroid almost went back to the but I think he's going to do later, because I think he skipped left side, because again, if you're looking for one item, you don't do left side right away usually.
Yeah.
So we can come back after he kills Argus and then get the big chest and then do left side. want to point out that in the vanilla game, the game wanted you to do Swamp Palace with the Master Sword, and those speedrunners do it with the Tempered Sword for good reason.
Yeah.
This fight takes a while. Alright, let's see if Hazu... Ooh, did she not... She forgets she had a shovel. She's not going to check the shovel spot. Oh, wait, she might have remembered.
I love all the fake outs we're getting here. It's great.
Now we're going to go check the shovel spot. Just a piece of her. Don't forget the purple chest. I think she wants to do this because I think she wants to activate Brahmo's tablet while she's checking in the purple chest. Centroid going back in the swamp. Still 3 chests left to check. The only one we don't know is the big chest. Hazu did not open the big chest in the swamp. Ooh, there's the flute! We have go mode 1 hour and 21 minutes in. Well then.
This is really hype for Centroid. This is going to be a really good time here.
Yeah, we're looking at sub 2 is definitely on the menu now. And Hazu's going to go back into Swamp, which we know is the right play now, at least to get that flute.
Yeah.
She still doesn't have the boots though. You know what's going to happen on Hazu's side though? Like almost assuredly, her go mode item's going to be lamp.
Oh, yeah, right?
Or she's going to do all the dark rooms and her go mode item's going to be the boots. One of the two. Though because of where lamp is, she's going to definitely get the lamp because it's before the big key in desert. And yeah, at this point, Centroid might be doing Master Sword Silverless because he only has 1 dungeon left and that's Meyer. We know where the other 2 swords are, so he's not going to get anything better than Master Sword at this point. He doesn't know it yet. He thinks there's a chance Temper could be in Gan's Tower. But unless the Silver Arrows are in Meyer or Gan's Tower and he gets them, we're going to be looking at Master Sword Silverless on Centroid's side.
Yeah, Hazu still has a chance to pick up the Tempered Sword from Graveyard Ledge.
Yeah, she might check Graveyard Ledge before going into Skullwoods. She's about to get the flute though, so that's going to change her routing a little bit.
So where was the Quake Medallion? I see that Hazu does not have it, and I can't remember where it was.
Quake was the last one they got, so I think it was also in Skullwoods. I think.
Ooh, I'm seeing from Nexus Vox there, Sea House, which I think Hazu might have missed that.
Yes, I think she did miss that. Yeah, Quake was in the C-shaped house, and she went into another room in Thieves' House in House.
Village of Outcasts?
That's the place.
Yeah, that one.
That one. Yeah, she went into the Hammer Peg guarded house instead of the C-shaped house, so she did not get the Quake out there. So that is going to be one that if she's not using a tracker, she might just forget about. That's going to be unfortunate. Now she's getting her revenge on Argus. Now she has her Master Sword. She knows this fight. So we're just looking for a big key here. And finds it. No, he's gonna go straight to the back.
That's pretty much the God Mire here. Picking up the big key right there.
Yeah. two chests in here that's called the Godmire. There's a chest on the bridge, which you checked first, which had a key in it, I think, or something. Not useful. And the second one is the chest where he found a big key. Other than that, going through Mire is a little rough.
Yeah.
Hazu gets her revenge on Argus. She gets her third crystal. Let's see what her next play is going to be. Could be Ice Palace. She might be thinking about Ice Palace here.
Kind of gambling, perhaps?
Or she's going to go to up, down, up, all around. Yeah, I think she's going to eventually figure out to go into Ice Palace. So yeah, this will be a little bit of a gamble. It's not going to pay off. That's like the Centroid side. Don't worry about any of those. And Centroid using that trick's not going to work, I don't think. Will cause a lot of lag, though. That was a good visual. All the eyeballs going down in one shot. I think the reason Hazu's doing ice is because she doesn't have the lamp yet.
I mean, that makes sense. The remaining dungeons on her side are all going to be require dark rooms, so definitely think that lamp's got to be somewhere in one of these pendant dungeons.
And she's kind of right. The item to get the
Yeah.
lamp is an independent dungeon. Alright, Centroid is now done. Has 7 crystals. I think there's a button to press here. Do you want to explain what we're going to be doing now?
Yeah. So as you all know, Ganon's Tower has 22 chests where the big key may lie. And here, if you've contributed either 250 bits to across our Speed Gaming channels, or are you a subscriber to any of the 4 channels, you can participate in the game. Pick a number, 1 through 22, and the winner will end up on our fancy leaderboard.
I don't know if Fees will reset it, but I was on the leaderboard before he officially rolled it out. Don't tell anyone. But yeah, I usually go with number 4, which is if you go right side, it's the first chest in the Southwest room, and if you go left side, it's the last chest in the South.
Okay.
What are you gonna roll with Saddle?
I'm gonna say let's go with chest 11.
11. Let's see. In let me do math here. Hold on. So 11 is the first chest in the random room going right side first, and it's the third chest in the random room going left side first.
Yes. Yeah.
Well, unless you do full right side, then it's 2, 6, 7. It's the last chest in the Southwest room if you go full right side.
Mm-hmm.
Math is fun, guys. I think Hazu was about to set up the bomb jump, then ran out of running low on hearts, so deciding, you know what, let's just do it the normal way. Centroid is going into Ganon's Tower, sub 130.
That's pretty hype.
This is a nice seed for these runners. I mean, even Hazu's not too far behind if she realizes to go into Skullwood. So if she goes into Skullwood, she could definitely finish within her 3-hour mark. Chest number 1, a heart container. Chest number 2, a small key. Will we go right? No, we are going to mirror. Bob's torch has $5. Bob will live. Hazu playing around with the lonely fire bar. Alright, here's my ooh, you're going a different way for number 4? Come on. If it's in the one on the left, I'm gonna be mad. Watch, this is gonna be supposed to be 4. Alright, never mind. 1 through 7, no dice.
Looks like Hazu's getting a little turned around in Ice Palace, but it can be a little bit confusing, yeah.
Yeah. And she gets a little heart increase with the fairy. Chest number 8 didn't have anything for Centroid, had a key. Chest number 9 is the compass. So we're heading to a random room. Arrow free, $5, $20, and the big key. That was number 13.
13.
So there's your winner, Cristo Cap, the closest to 13. Congratulations, you are now on our leaderboard. And my name's not on there anymore. Boo.
Oh.
He reset it on me. Though I will pretty much guarantee, I wouldn't say guarantee, but I'm almost assuredly for something to happen with Centroid's side, he will open the last 4 chests upstairs.
Yeah.
He wants one of the 2. Would he? If he fails the first time, would he go kill Aghanim? I mean, you just mirror kill Aghanim, get the sword, and then go try to get him tempered. If you're not comfortable, it's definitely something worth considering.
Yep, yep.
Just keep an eye out. Maybe Hazu finds the silvers and ice. Then we know
right.
we know for sure that it's not going to be Ganon's Tower. The way the logic works, it's going to be Skullwoods. It's almost always not Skullwoods, Eternal Rock.
Yeah, right.
For the silvers, yeah. One of the benefits of having half magic though is Fire Rod and Gauntlet.
Yeah, that's pretty nice.
Mainly because, especially when you're doing this with Master Sword, the red horse head guys, they don't go down in one hit from Master.
Yeah, that's true.
Got a powder bunny being here. Probably took the Fire Rod back out for Land Mole 2. save some magic, because I'm sure he's going to want to use the Cane of Samaria and cast light torches and a few rooms down.
Yeah. Hazu maybe counting chests here at this point, see if she's collected all the items or not. The last one being, I think, that heart there. It looks like Coldstairs probably gonna have a key on him.
I believe so, yeah. That means logically you need the King of Samaria to get in here, which she has, so she's gonna do this too. I like to call this not the speedrun way, obviously, but this is definitely the way that I did it when I played this game the first time around, was use the King of Samaria.
Yeah, totally.
Which is why when I learn NMG, I might do Mire first. In case I fail the bomb jump, it's guaranteed to... I mean, it wastes a minute in NMG, but wasting a minute could turn out to save time in the long run.
Yeah, right.
Plus, route in Pyramid very easier that way in the vanilla game. As we're taking on Colts there. Let's see, find silver, so we find 300 rupees, we find a piece of heart. Hazu's got 2 to puff balls down. We're out of magic. She got cornered though. Hold stare down. Only a green rupee. 1 chest to go for Centroid to find silver arrows.
So if Hazu is in a pendant clearing mood, then I would imagine that Skullwoods has got to be next on her list, and hopefully it is, because that'll get everything rolling with the rest of this seed.
No, she doesn't have Bombos, which is what's needed for Rock anyway, and Moldorm is jamming out down there.
Yeah.
Oh, Moldorm strikes again, just like in Hera. Hazu, she still hasn't activated the flute yet. Bombos isn't Eastern, which Hazu... She went to Eastern, got the hammer, and immediately said, no, I'm good, thanks. And Quake she doesn't have either, which is required, and it's in the Village of Outcasts, in the C-shaped house. Now, hopefully she remembers to check that when she goes back to get to activate her flute and all that. Alright, last chest for Centroid, and we find a piece of heart. So Centroid right now is in Master Sword Silverless, the nightmare scenario.
Ugh. Gotta spin to win.
I don't wish this on anybody. Gonna be a total of a lot of spins.
Yeah.
52 total? Yeah, 52 spin hits on Ganon in total. If you want to take them out with just the Master Sword. Centroid finally gets some hits here on Aga, trying to line it up. Hazu is going to flute over to the Mire area. She can't get into Mire, so she's not going to lose too much time here. And there's a last hit on Agan 2. Mire Shed, which we have not seen yet. Just more money and another Pizza Hut. Now, Centroid going into the Ganon fight, and well, we're gonna send them all our prayers here.
Yeah, it's gonna take a lot. This is gonna be a tough fight.
Oh, he was thinking about it. He was thinking about saving and quitting. You know what? If he struggles here, I'm gonna say that if he struggles the first time around, he might do the Agate play. Just to guarantee, because I think he knows tempered Silverless for sure, and Master might be a little too much for him. But let's see if he proves us wrong. So again, having red mail's nice. I don't think he has any potion safeties. They only found that one bottle, and I don't know if he used the red potion or not.
Might have already used that, but even still, I mean, I think the bigger concern might be, well, no, the hearts are a big deal, I think. Having half magic, as long as he gets the torch glitch, shouldn't be too much of an issue.
Alright, we're now in phase 2, so let's start counting the things. We need 12 each phase, and that's 3. Getting an A on that time, he set a bad pattern. Not his fire bats. Firebat got him. There's one hit left to give. He still has that red potion that he got from Sahasrala's hut way back when.
Ganon not really cooperating with his positions here for especially on the bottom part of the screen. It looks like.
Yeah, got 2 more hits there though, so that's good. Gonna get 1 more here.
Nice.
Yeah, I think Centroid is trying to will Ganon up to the top right corner. That's where you want him to be. Oh, we're in phase 3. Very nice.
Awesome.
Phase 3 has been very nice here. And we're gonna get the hints where the silvers are, which at this point I'm just gonna guess Turtle Rock.
Yeah,
It's the only
I think
place Ooh, Dark World. So it could be. Got the torch glitch. That's the most important part for this. All right, 12 more, or 24. I think it's
24.
24. Yeah, 24 of these.
So far, this is looking really good.
Yeah, he's very clean so far. This is a place where the silvers could be if it's Dark World for Hazukitty. No red boomerang. What else is Dark World that it can possibly be?
Yeah, well, what haven't we seen?
Mimic Cave would stay Death Mountain. So it's not that. It's not anything else in Death Mountain. Could be Pyramid Fairy. That's Dark World.
Yeah, that might be it, actually.
Hazu check Catfish, Hazu check Mire Shed. Those are the other 2 places that Centroid did not check, along with, the World Tour spots. But Centroid looking like he's taking care of this very well. I am thoroughly... Oh, you definitely don't want to fall. It's definitely stay in the middle and be safe. So miss out on the sub 145, but sub 150 is pretty much in the bag as long as it doesn't fall. Gotta be getting close to the end here. I lost track of counting. I gave up on that.
Yeah.
Hazukitty looks like she's on her way to get her tempered sword.
That's going to be a nice pickup. Hopefully jumps into Skull Woods after this.
Yeah. This is the fight that doesn't end. Yes, it goes on and on, my friend. Oh, there it goes.
Whoa.
Very nicely done by Centroid41. I am color me impressed. He was, you could tell in other parts of the game, he wasn't like the most polished runner, but in his boss fights, other than Aga 2, very, very well done. GG's Centroid41. He finishes with an SRTV time of 1:46.12. GG, got him. Well, Hazukitty does pick up her tempered sword. And we'll see if we can get Centroid41 in here for a quick little chat. Again, this is a seed where if everything lined up correctly, it could have been like a really fast time. And for a player of Centroid41's caliber, this was still a very good time for someone of going to SRL and see 220s and 230s, and he finishes with a 146. That's very impressive.
All right, Hazu, where are you gonna go?
I think Hazu wants to go to Eastern or Pod, but she's remembering she doesn't have the lamp.
Yeah. Might be thinking to tackle the dark runes, but yeah, gotta get over to Skull Woods. It'll happen eventually.
She's gonna go to Eastern. Again, she didn't check any of the other chests in here. Once she found a hammer, she peaced on out of here. Centroid saying he has Discord problems, SNES problems, so he's having a little issue on his end, so he's in chat if you guys want to talk to him.
So we might see some dark rooms here from Hazu shortly.
Yeah, I wouldn't put it, especially with the fire rod, you can easily do the dark room to get up. She's gonna go to the Vanilla Bakery room, which again is gonna be Bombos, which is actually just gonna be a horrible red herring for her. And for the chat, if you're wondering, we have a rule and state for speed gaming that we will be here up to 3 hours for any race. So we're gonna stick it out with Hazu until for another hour now, because we've officially hit the 2-hour mark since the beginning of the scheduled time of the race. So at 12 midnight Eastern time is when we're going to go off the air, but we're going to root Hazukitty on, see if she can get done in time to be on stream. If not, we're going to host Hazukitty until she's done. So if you want to root her on in that sense, we will be doing that as well. Centroid, if you can hear us, you should have a message on your Discord from Feasel that gives you access to the SG3 room.
So Hazu, maybe trying to figure out the layout of this room. This is a tricky little dark room. With the fire rod, you can just kind of either turn left or right and hit one of the torches, and Hazu almost did on her first attempt there. So hopefully regroups and gets it this time.
There it is. Now we're going to be able to breeze through this room. And we now have Centroid41 joining us for an interview. GG.
Thank you. Can you guys hear me?
Yes, hear you loud and clear.
Very cool.
So that was a nice little seed you got dealt today, huh?
Yeah, I feel like the items kind of just like fell to me. It just kind of felt natural this time, I guess.
Yeah, it definitely seemed that way, especially Dark Death Mountain really paying off big time.
That was like the vault. There was like what, hook shot and something else up there, and like the Cane of Samaria. Yeah, bow, hook shot in the same room. Cane of Samaria and the Titan's mitts, all within 30 seconds. It was. I don't really think you can ask for much more of that.
Yeah. What was interesting was that Hazukitty actually got all those items beforehand because she went up there without the lamp. She still doesn't have the lamp, actually.
Oh, jeez.
Because she never went into Skull Woods to get the food. That's all she needs to finish this, really, is getting the boots out of Skull and then finishing off Desert and getting the lamp out of Desert.
That was the one thing that was just not straightforward, is that you needed the boots for that key in Desert Palace, which unlocked the lamp for you, which I think that was like the only real thing that was out of the way. I just kind of have a habit of going Skull Woods early. I'm just really used to the Key Sanity stuff, where I feel like 1 out of every 3 seeds in Key Sanity there was a sword in Skull Woods. So I'm just like, whatever, I'll just go in there, and it worked out really well.
Yeah, in general, the logic for V27, I think. I don't know if that was the one we're using Key Sanity, but that logic tend to have a bias towards Skull Woods anyway, so a lot of players just route in Skull Woods no matter what. with the with your first dip into the Dark World.
I see.
I mean, that was the only gamble you really took, and it obviously paid off huge. The fact that it was a green pendant, that's probably legendary. It's like, let's just complete it. I mean, we got the fire rod, it's a green pendant, let's see what happens.
Yeah, I think my options at that point were Skullwoods or like Pod, really, or yeah, sequence breaking Tower of Hera. Like I'll sequence break no problem in like a nightly, but I kind of hesitate in a tournament match. I'm too afraid to mess something up or leave something behind. But I don't know.
Yeah, sticking to the logic really paid off for you this time, I'd say. You just kind of followed the steps and it led you to everything that you needed, so it worked out.
Yep.
Very interesting. Hazukitty took the Tempered Sword out and slashed away at the Armless Knights, and they went down pretty easily to Tempered. I did not know they went down relatively easy like that, so that's good to know.
And how did you feel in the that Master Sword Silvers fight? That was pretty intense.
It was. I was pretty nervous by the end. My thoughts were like, I knew that third sword was, in the lumberjack tree, and I was like kind of 50-50 in my head, like, okay, do I mirror here? Do I grab the sword and just, run through Ganon in a minute and a half, or and then I was like, I'm already here. I'll just give it one shot with the Master Sword, and if it doesn't work, then I'll go get the Tempered. But I just thought, like, I'll just take it really slow, just focus on dodging the fire bats, and if it takes me 6 minutes, that's no problem as long as he goes down. But yeah, it's kind of nervous. Makes you nervous because you mess up once and you do waste. It is a huge time loss if you fall during that fight with the Master Sword.
Definitely, yeah.
That was definitely something that I mentioned. Is like when you went to the menu while you were falling, it was like, I think he's going to give it one shot, and if he falls, he'll probably just run. By the way,
Yes.
Hazukitty did find the fourth sword. It was at the Hammer Peg Cave.
Oh, very cool. Yeah, if I was probably going to go there soon if Swamp didn't just hand me the flute on a silver platter.
Yeah.
It's like, well, it looks like I'm going to hope for a sword in Ganon's Tower. And then
Nothing.
Yeah, and the hint that the silvers were in the Dark World led us to believe, based on what Hazu's already checked, that's probably Pyramid Fairy. That's the only place we haven't seen, I don't think.
Yeah, I don't think I checked there, but that would make sense.
And good news on Hazukitty's side, she is now making her way up to Skullwoods. The only downside is she skipped out on C-shaped house, so she doesn't have Quake.
Yeah, hopefully hasn't forgotten that spot.
Oh, Quake is for Misery Mire.
Yep.
And she just picked up Bombo, so she might actually go to Turtle Rock if she forgets. You know the story, the legend of Hazukitty from the fall tournament. Do you, Centroid?
I don't think so. I think that was before my time or something.
Yeah. So last year in the fall tournament, she entered the qualifier race, and her time was 9 hours 41 minutes. So when we saw that, we were like, you know what, we're gonna root her on the entire time in the secondary tournament. And by the time her last race rolled around, she got a time of 3:18. So that kind of improvement is insane for a runner who basically plays the game casually. So we're rooting her on that she can hopefully get a sub 3 hour run this time. And if she remembers Quake and finishes off Skullwoods, it's very likely she'll get it because she's been doing dark rooms. Her combat has been decent. It's very impressive to see how far she's come in such a short period of time.
Oh, very cool. I'd be glad to stick around and watch till her match is over. But that is a really nice thing I've noticed. Like this entire community is very supportive of each other. It's fantastic. There's not a lot of taunting or anything after wins. It's just, it just seems like everyone's here to have fun, and it's great.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. There's no financial benefits for any of us other than maybe making a Twitch affiliate or something like that. But yeah, we're just here to have fun, kill time, play a 26-year-old video game that's been redone, so it's fresh every time. So Hazu's now hit the 2 hour mark. And I think if she continues this pace that she's on, she'll definitely get it done within under 3. Assuming she goes back to C-Shaped House. That's the big if, though, I think. Because there's no doubt in my mind that she's going to complete this dungeon and get the boots.
Cool. So do you guys have any more questions for me? Maybe I could just hop out of voice chat if not.
If you want to say anything else, go ahead. I think we got all the information we need from you because of how linear the seed was and how tough the Gannon fight was. Those are the 2 big things.
Yeah, I guess I don't really have anything else to say.
But you'll stick around and chat, right? In the
Yes.
chat room suite. All right. Yeah, we're just going to voice over a little bit. Maybe we'll look for the silver arrows.
Cool. All right, well, thank you very much.
All right, GG again, Centroid, and good luck in your next round.
All right, so we're back. Hazu on a mission here to get the boots from Afula.
Like I said earlier, I will say Hazu has a good chance to win a race in this tournament.
I think so, yeah.
Because there's a few other runners that are also in similar positions. Like, I know there's a race off stream that the winning time was just over 3 hours. Now, I don't know what that seed entailed. The guy that won usually puts up times in the 2:20, 2:30 range. So, I mean, just because you see the top runners all put up insane times, like an hour 10 or an hour 20 was a time earlier today, doesn't mean you're not invited to something like this. You can come in here, have a little fun, and you might get a restream and get your name out there.
To answer that question in chat, yeah, we've got basically each round is 1 week long. So we've got a whole slew of matches this week. Then we'll reset once because it's a Swiss tournament. So we'll have a bunch of runners who will be 1-0, who will then be paired against each other, and our 0-1 runners will be paired against each other, and we'll all duke it out again next week for you. So that'll go for 7 weeks total before we hit a bracket stage.
Yeah, and just because tomorrow's the last day of the first round, there's still a lot of matches to be played out tomorrow on Speed Gaming channels, including some big names both in the community and outside of the community, in fact.
Yeah, I was really surprised to see Grand Pooh Bear jump in here. This is going to be pretty fun to see.
Oh, yeah. He's obviously one of the best Mario players in the world, and he's going to give Zelda Randomizer a shot. We don't know too much about his Zelda Randomizer play other than he's been practicing. That's all we know.
So he's going to kick everyone's butt. Yeah,
he'll eventually be like God level. Another match I'm looking forward to tomorrow is at 5 p.m. It'll be on the main channel. The OK guy, who took a little hiatus from Randomizer. He's one of the original Randomizer players. He took a little hiatus, but he's back. He's going to go against the one and only voice from HDQ's Randomizer race, Patty.
Ooh, that's a good one.
And another 2 other guys who you hear them talk on commentary a lot. They'll be racing tomorrow. I don't think it's going to be streamed or not. It might be. Stay tuned for that. But Dr. Bobtastic is going to race against Trojan Dude. And the other race that's also really big, I think, is El Magus, who is another one who counts a little bit, but is also a fantastic random runner and has been in a good time, going against the Dragon Feeny. So that plus a bunch of other matches on the schedule. You can check the schedule out. Should be there linked in the channel.
That's what's so great about these big tournaments that we've been running is that every day there's a ton of excellent matches on. And then to kind of balance out that, you've also got runs like this one here, where we've got players who are fairly new, who are getting their chance to kind of shine, and it's really exciting to see everybody who's involved in this community.
Hazu on the month of the fight. Let's see if she can get it down. She's down to 4 hearts. She has to be careful of those spikes. Those spikes hurt, even with the blue mail on. Having temperature is nice. And down goes Modula. She's going to get herself some fancy new shoes. She knows she's been needing that for a while just for deserts. That's going to be a big boon for her. And once she gets to desert, gets that lamp, she will comfortably be able to do pod, and then hopefully she'll remember to get Quake. But other than that, if she gets Quake, we are in a very good spot with Hazukitty. Meanwhile, she was not in a good spot there when she mirrored because she got stuck. Yeah, she knows Desert's play.
Yep.
She's getting bullied by the pterodactyl.
Going right for the back door of Desert Palace here. It's going to need the big key.
Yeah. So that's not going to work out the way she wants it to, but she might. Yeah, she's going to go back in the front way first. That's good.
There we go. Okay.
She forgot the key on the torch, though. That's why you came in here with the boots. Go back. Okay, there you go. So you just lamp in his first chest.
I'm sure she's thinking, like, really? Here for the lamp? Are you kidding me?
You mean I could have logic broke this the entire time?
Yeah.
I think the only bad part about getting that is that her next spot after this is going to be pod for sure, and she's hopefully going to remember to check the sea-shaped house before going to Turtle Rock. That's what.
Yeah, I've been trying to think about how she's going to fit that in. You know, where she's going to, if she's going to remember it, and then how to get back there. I hope she doesn't do it after Turtle Rock or anything like that.
Yeah, that's the only unfortunate part.
All right, so Hazu, one room away from Lamulus here. Let's see if we can get some fire rod shots off here.
And again, having Tempered Sword is going to help her out a lot here.
Definitely.
Master the Tempered Jump is the biggest jump in the game, in my opinion. I mean, other than No Sword in the Store.
Yeah.
Look at that. How
Nice. So another crystal for Hazukitty here, and that is one of the 5/6 that we think might hold the silver arrows.
Yeah, so Hazu now knows all she needs is Quake. So I think she's going to pot first, which is 100% understandable.
Yep.
Like, I would go to pot first in this situation.
Oh, totally, yeah. Just tanking those hits along the way there. Yeah, why not? I tend to do that a lot, is just kind of run through enemies. I don't even bother slashing anything.
Yeah, just don't do that when you have Kiki following you, because then you lose Kiki.
Yeah.
Up, like that. Get back here, you stupid monkey!
So this is Hazu's first dip into Palace of Darkness, so we're likely going to see a full clear out of this. So because pod today is bow locked, we're going to be checking out the right side here. Through the conveyor hallway pretty easily there.
Yeah, if you take your time, be careful, you can dodge those spikes pretty easily. Don't worry,
Oops.
Hazu. I forget that too sometimes.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez, no.
So how's it gonna be loading up on small keys with these next few chests here?
And get ready to go to the back. The only thing we'll find back there of any value will be the red mail. But I'm sure she's not going to turn that down at this point.
Definitely not. That beetle's gonna cause a problem there.
Yeah. And that'll eventually get it down. Might take a while, but hey, whatever works, right?
Yeah.
Oh, oh, this is genius right there.
That's the way to get it done.
Bombs freeze the beetles, so there you go. Ooh, we're talking about like a little dance move there. Just be careful of the 2 hearts. You're gonna take 2 more hits from these the dongos.
I usually run the game with the heartbeat set on quarter speed, so when I hear it kind of on this full speed here, it really makes it feel very urgent. Did Hazu not open the big chest?
Not.
Hmm.
She has the big key, I think, right?
Oh, maybe doesn't? Hmm? Ah, maybe not. Getting ready to powder those anti-fairies. Nice.
Naturally, back to the big chest. Here's your red mail.
Going to check the hellway here. We'll find another key to replace the one that you just used there.
Yeah, and then that'll be it for the main part of the pod after this, also this home story. And bomb the beetles again. Hey, whatever's effective at this point, right?
Yeah.
Oh, that was
Wow.
interesting. That was unnecessary, but awesome. Now the case Mario trick will work. It didn't work for her in Swamp, but it'll work for you here. I guess that's why she wanted to hit the switch earlier to not have to hit the switch in this room.
Yeah. All right, on to the Helmosaur fight.
And very nicely done.
All right, well, that is 6 crystals in the books here. So Hazu has to remember to get over to the C-shaped house. It'd be a real shame if she decides to go for Turtle Rock instead. Ooh, remembering the green pendant to check here. Unfortunately, I think it's just an arrow upgrade.
Now she's going towards the portal here. Let's see if this is the good news is this isn't Turtle Rock.
Yeah, yeah.
That's the only place we don't want her to go. We want her to go back to Village of Outcast, look for that last place that she forgot about. If she does that, we might have a chance here. Oh, she's doing Pyramid Fairy. We'll see if we find our silver arrows here. We think they're in here.
That will definitely speed up the Ganon fight eventually when we get there.
Can't run with them. Just pick it up and go. Don't run. There we go. And don't jump either.
All right, let's try this again.
Don't worry, there's others. That plan you have is not going to work either. Gotta go around and kill Haga. Yeah, she does. Now she knows.
There we go, there we go.
So we think we'll find silvers in here. There's another bottle. And there they are, the silver arrows.
Nice.
Quasi-vanilla. I mean, they're not Quake, but she's not turning those 2 items down. I'm telling you that right now. Look at that hammer dashing. Love it. Now, let's hope she goes back to Village of Outcasts and not go. She's got in her mind. I think I know what she's thinking. She's thinking, my opponent finished with a 146. I don't think it's in Turtle Rock.
Yeah, right. So maybe Bombo's tablet here, and then maybe going over any locations that she might have missed along the way.
Because I know if I'm racing and I'm looking for one item and I start seeing dot duns like the 120 marker, I'm like, all right, it's not a gamble. It's somewhere stupid that I forgot about. Can we send her good vibes? We can't tell her directly, obviously, but can we send her good vibes? Go to Village of Outcasts.
C-shaped house.
Oh no. That's not good.
Oh, has she checked Spike Cave? She hasn't, so maybe she's just doing that.
Hopefully. So,
Ether tablets? Maybe she's forgotten. She
she
checked that
definitely-
earlier.
She read it, so she checked it before she had the sword, but she knows what's there. So yeah, this definitely looks like it's going to be the Turtle Rock play, which is not going to work.
Ugh.
You guys got to give it up though for her resolve for keep going. She refuses to quit. Like we said earlier, if what looks more than likely now, she will not finish within the 3-hour allotted time. We will be hosting her channel, so you can stick around, watch her, root her on. So in about a half hour more, we'll see what's going on here in Turtle Rock, but just around 12, we're going to be switching over to the hosting duties.
Nothing worse than hearing this music while you're in Turtle Rock, because you know you're doing pendant Turtle Rock.
Yeah, it's always the I mean, unless it's Kisani, then you never know.
Then you don't know, yeah.
But yeah, doing pendant Turtle Rock is never a good feeling unless it has something.
Yeah, in this case, we know it's pretty dry in here.
I mean, the cape's nice. We found the cape in the first chest.
Yeah. Okay, a couple of two small keys in the first two chests here.
I think she has every spot lit up except for that Quake Medallion, which we know where it's sitting. It's not here. We can pass it off as saying, maybe she just wants to pull that red bottle out of the pedestal just for 50s. Careful here. Dodging those evil chain chomps. Using that cape to good effect here. I like it. Well, that tells us that we're going to have ourselves a vanilla big key here in Turtle Rock.
Yeah, that's...
She still has that blue potion. If she needs it. I will give Hazukitty credit here because she's improved a ton from those early days at the only thing that's really like if she had found that Quake the first time around, this was easily close to a 230 for her.
Yeah, definitely. And I mean that happens to like the best players in Randomizer. Is you miss one location that you think you've already got, you marked it off on a tracker or just in your own head, and you never go back, and then you usually forfeit.
It happened to me at in Key Sanity where I saw there was a big key on the door ledge, then I had the flippers, and I forgot to mark it off, and
yeah, worst feeling. I see a space communist serenading us in the chat. There was some Enya.
I mean, if the game's made in the 90s, why not sing music for the 90s, right?
Yeah.
Try the hook shot, Hazu. She realized she has a blue potion, which is also going to help her fill up her heart, so that's good.
So really not too much in Turtle Rock here, just the remaining big 20s and other discarded crap that nobody wanted.
Cape was nice.
The cape was nice, yes.
I'm sure Centroid would have loved to have the cape when fighting Master Sword Silverless.
Yeah. All right, well, let's see what's on Laser Bridge today.
We knew there was going to be a key there. I want to say mushrooms are going to be here also.
Yeah.
There's your fourth bottle. Her third, but we know the fourth one is. She can go get it after she makes try next.
Yeah.
She knows Trinex has the compass, and she knows pedestals not required, so she might just be done here. And she realized that, yes, she is done.
Good call. Good call.
And might as well feed it. If you know pedestals not anything, and you know,
Now we're going to explore the lesser-known caves of
what is
Death
what is
Mountain.
going on here? What is all this? I don't play Entrance Randomizer. What's going on? All right, please, let's go to Village of Outcasts.
Now Spike Cave, maybe?
Perhaps. I think, well, going to the old man again, a health refill is definitely on the cards. And now probably Spike Cave. Yeah, we know where every item in the entire game is, except for, well, every useful item except for the mushroom.
Yeah, which I'm guessing Ganon's Tower, or I guess Misery Mire is a possibility because Centroid.
Yeah, 2 items in Mire we haven't seen, and Ganon's Tower we haven't seen. 6? Yeah, 6. No, 7. No, more than 7. Wait, 4 on the right side, 3 Ice Armos, Bob's chest, big chest. Like 9 or 10, I don't know.
9, I guess. Yeah? And the big chest, so 10, yeah.
I mean, the good news is she is realizing what she hasn't done, but will she realize she hasn't? There's one item in Village of Outcasts she hasn't done yet. That's what we're hoping she remembers. She checked the King's Tomb? No, she hasn't. King's Tomb we haven't checked. I mean, that could be mushroom. No, just more big 20s.
Yeah, it looks like she's heading the right direction, doing bonk rocks here first, but if she keeps heading west here towards Kakariko, might kind of jog her memory and get her to check out C-shaped house in Village of Outcasts.
Again, when she was in Village of Outcasts, she definitely did the chess game, she definitely did the Bomble Hut. But then she went into the Hammer Peg house, which was a potion, was a regular shop. She didn't do C-shaped house, she went straight into Thieves Town from there. So she remembers that other house, which I hope she goes to now. If she's gonna start entering all the random doors, she will eventually find it.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, it's not in Kakariko. You gotta go to the Dark World first. Well, she's revisiting places she's been before.
And chat is throwing up the C's.
That's awesome. Trying to channel the energy. C. So this is good news that she is checking places in Kakariko that she's checked already, just trying to make sure she didn't forget anything. If only she remembers to go to Village of Outcast also. So if she continues on this route, she should eventually get there.
Stay here, Hazu. Come on.
Go
Just get into the Dark World.
Got her thinking cap on. You can't see it on stream, but I can tell on the hard feed from her stream, she has her mouse on screen. She's counting things, so she might have a map up and trying to figure out what she forgot.
So hopefully going over everything in her head or on this map or whatever she's doing here to kind of jog her memory, hopefully the aha moment is that she's got to go to Sea House. That's what we're waiting for. Just a bit of movement here, but paused again here.
Yeah, she knows she's close. All she has to do is find that quick medallion. She's in go mode, and all she has to do is mire and Games Tower. See if she comes to the realization. Looks like she's fluting away.
Ooh.
She's just confirming that Mire is in fact Quake. Now I'm gonna double check some other areas here.
Okay, so taking a quick dip into Desert Palace again.
She's gonna be on a mission to see what she might have forgotten. She got the big chest. She realized that. Go to 3.
So we spent some time looking at the menu. Now, take a look at the map. Yes, back to 3. Oh, wrong direction. Ooh, I guess because she hasn't checked or hasn't taken the item from the library.
Race Game had the bug net, so she has that already.
Oh, are we gonna get the dig spot? Oh, she did that already, didn't she? Piece of heart.
That was a piece of heart, yeah. Alright, well, I think pretty soon we're going to be going off, but I will say this. She is going to keep playing until she finds it, and eventually she will. When will she? I can't tell. But I think at this point, I think we're going to have to cut it off on our end. However, this channel will be hosting her channel for until she's done, basically. So yeah.
So, unfortunately, the run kind of derailed itself a little bit here, but Hazu's going to stick with it, and you should stick with her as well. I've had a great time calling this one with you, Rambler.
Oh yeah, definitely Sabotender. We got to do this again another time.
You betcha, man.
So on behalf of Sabotender and shout outs to our tracker, Carissa, my name is NY Rambler. Stay tuned. We're going to keep watching Hazukitty run. We're going to host her channel directly. You guys can stay here and root her on in spirit from the SG3 chat. And on that note, good night, everybody.